Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Monday, where every Monday I post a new video. In today's video, I am going to be making a watermelon slice keychain. So what you're going to need for that project is you're going to be needing a pool noodle. I started off with a whole noodle, and then I just kind of cut it in half, so because I didn't need the whole one. So you're going to need a pool noodle. You can use pink or red, but I'm going to go with red. You're going to need a black Sharpie. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need a key ring, a Cotter pen. That's this. You're going to need something to cut with. I am going to be using my little knife. It's a crafty knife now. You're going to need white felt and you're going to need green felt. And I am going to be using two types of glue. I'm going to be using my Rapid Fuse glue. And I'm also going to be using my Weld Bond. You can also use hot glue. I'm not going to, but you honestly can if you want to. If that's all the glue you have, you can totally use that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down so we can just get into the video. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my noodle and I'm just going to go ahead, and you can cut this as thick or as thin as you want your slice of watermelon to be. So I am going to go and I'm just going to cut this here. Just cut right through. And then where you have that little circle in the middle, we're just going to go ahead and just cut right above that circle. Cut through. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So just going to cut it. We're going to get rid of those. You can save these if you want, but there's no point. So now that we have our slices of watermelon, this is what we have. We're going to take our white felt. And I know my screen just kind of went dark on y'all. It's because when I use white, it kind of darkens it down, but once I move it, it lightens it up. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut a strip of the white felt. I'll hold it as best I can, like this. So I'm just going to move this out the way. I'm going to bring my watermelon slice, and I'm just going to line it up. So this is what it should look like. And I'm just going to hold it here. And I'm just going to mark where I want to cut off the extra. But I'm going to glue it first. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our Weld Bond glue. And I'm just going to go ahead and just put a little bit onto the foam, the pool noodle, and I'm just going to tap this here. I'm going to stick this, and I'm just going to take my finger and I'm just going to rub this on to give it a nice thin layer. Now that we have that, I am going to take my white felt and I'm just going to go ahead and just stick this on. And we're just going to go all the way around. And I'm just going to hold this here for a bit. So now once you get your foam, your felt glued around your watermelon, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to cut off the extra. So we're just going to go ahead and cut it. And then I'm just going to cut here, getting close to the end as possible. Just cleaning up my edges a bit. So this is what we have. And I have a little bit of glue on my finger, but it's fine. So now we're going to grab our green, and I'm just going to cut a strip of green, and I'm just going to go ahead and use this as a reference about to how thick I want it to be. So we're just going to cut it here, and then I'm just going to go with my scissors, and I'm just going to cut down, and I can always cut off the extra. So we're just going to cut up, set this to the side. So now we have our green, and we're just going to go ahead and take that, and we're just going to put it right on top of the white. And instead of using this glue, I'm going to come ahead with my Wrap It, and I'm just going to take my lid off because it comes out kind of fast. So I'm just going to use my little stick, and I'm just going to go ahead and take that and just put a little bit of that right directly on the white. Making sure that I get a nice even coat. So I'm just going to go ahead, put this right on top. So you're going to grab your green, you're going to go right on top of that white. And I'm just going to hold this here a bit. And this dries really fast. And I'm going to put my lid on so we don't spill. And I'm going to grab my scissors. And we're just going to go ahead and I'm just going to clean up this green a bit. So we're just going to cut that there. We're going to cut a little bit here. And I'm just going to go ahead and just trim up the ends to make it kind of neat. So right now, this is what we should have. Now this part is optional, but I think I may do it. I'm going to go in with a lighter green. I'm going to give it a shake. And I'm just going to use my little, I'm going to put a little bit of green in here. Just a little bit. I'm going to grab a toothpick. And I'm just going to take my green, my light green paint. And I'm just going to go ahead and just do a little bit of a zigzag line right on the green. Like I said, this part is optional, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I just kind of like the way it looks. And your little squiggly lines don't have to be perfect. And you can have them spaced out or you can have them close together. It's really up to you how you want it to look. And now I'm just going to go ahead, make my little lines, put a little bit in here. Set this to the side. And this is what we have so far. This is what it's looking like. That paint's going to dry fast. So now what we're going to do, you're going to take your little Cotter pen and your key ring, and we're just going to put those two together like this. So this is what you should have. And then I am just going to go ahead and take my little knife, and I'm just going to put a little bit of a hole. Right down off in here. So we're going to make our little poke. I'm just going to take my pen and I'm just going to stick this down through here right where I poked my knife. And I'm going to put mine right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our rapid glue and we're going to grab a toothpick and we're just going to go ahead and take that, and I'm just going to put a little bit of a glue right on my pen, and then I'm going to put a little bit of that glue right down off in my hole. This is just to make sure it stays, and I'm going to put a little more. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my little pen, and we're just going to, let's get this out of the way. So we're going to go ahead and take our little pen, and we're just going to push that down through here. And this is what it ends up looking like. And we're going to allow that to dry. But now we're going to take our black Sharpie, and you're just going to go ahead and make little bitty marks on the watermelon. This is going to be the seeds. So I'm just randomly putting little black marks throughout the watermelon. I'm going to put a few on top. Let's put a little here. I'm going to put a couple here. So this is what it's looking like so far. And now we're just going to add some to the back. So just, it's basically wherever you want to plant, place the seeds, or the black Sharpie to represent the seeds. And then I'm just going to go over it just to make the seeds a little more darker. Turn it over. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're just going to mark it. And there you have it. Here is your little watermelon key ring or keychain. So here it is. And here's one I did a couple days ago. And if you don't have felt, you can also use craft foam. I think I kind of like the felt better, but that's just me. So here it is. Here they go. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera back up so y'all can see me. And that is it for this video. Here it is one more time. Our little watermelon slice keyring. If you like this video, please give me a like and a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to become part of my YouTube family. And with that being said, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch one of my videos. That really means a lot. And yeah, I hope you all have a nice day. Bye.